All right, welcome back to the office. This is Eric. I'm going to go over 4 items that sold in 3 orders, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the project I just took on. So let's go over first thing is this Mystery Machine Shakespeare crayon or pencil case with strap. Not very large, so it looks like it just only holds crayons. Basically, is unused and clean. I think I paid 69 cents for this or something right now at Goodwill, and I sold it for $4.99. So maybe someone starting the school year was looking for something a little vintage, or that their kid just like Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine. Another item, 1996 Hallmark keepsake ornament, Spider-Man, Marvel Classics or Marvel Comics. I paid $3 for it. It is new in the box and still wrapped and everything, and sold it for $7.99. I bought 5 ornaments in that case. I got like Wonder Woman, I got Superman, and I think another Spider-Man, but the lady just wouldn't budge very much on them. So I ended up paying $15 for 5, and I hope to turn it into about 40, so at least it's a decent return overall in the long run. Last video I showed you a Chevelle. That's kind of hard to say. That I sold the 1/18th model. I picked up 37 of them from a friend who moved and said he doesn't want to display them anymore. And he says I have all the original boxes, and that's awesome because it makes it a lot easier to sell. So these two sold in the same order. 1970 Baldwin Motion Chevelle. Black and white, kind of a cool paint scheme. And then one pretty much the same thing, just different colors. 1970 Baldwin Motion yellow and black, same paint scheme, just different colors. And those two are going to go out in the same order, so I have a box for those. If I'm shipping them individually, I had to place an order for boxes, and they were 16 by 10 by 6. So they'll fit much better than any box I can find either at Walmart or Menards, just because the box length needs to be about 16. I could have got away with 16 by 8 by 6, but I couldn't really find any boxes that big. So my order from Supply Hut should be here this afternoon. It is out for delivery by the end of the day, and I ordered 50 of them. I know I only have 37 of them, but it also gives me some boxes to ship some other things in. And so if you haven't been on Supply Hut on eBay, definitely it's a good place to get some boxes, bubble wrap tape. You know, it's based out of Cleveland, so if you're in Ohio, you'll probably have it the next day. I ordered mine last night, maybe yesterday afternoon, but I know it was after business hours, so it'll be here, and we will get the rest of them boxed up. I think I have 4 more sold, some of the higher end ones sold also, so I'll come back next video and just basically probably be all Chevelles, because that's the way it's going to look for a while. I have almost all of them have watchers on them out of the 37, so I hope they really turn over in about a week, maybe 2 at most, and we'll move on to the next projects. All right, see you later. Bye. All right, since the last video, I got the boxes I needed for these Chevelles, so that's only been about an hour or so since I actually turned the camera off last time. So let's start to go through these. There's 5 of them in this case. This is a 1970 Welly 1/18th Chevelle, Pro Street Extreme Muscle Black in original box. Sold for $72.49. On average, I am into each of these Chevelles at $21.64 on average. There are some that were only like $15 in the value range, up to maybe like $150, depending on buyer. Next one, American Muscle Hurdle Collectibles, 1969 Chevelle SS, one of 2,500. Actually, it's an SS 396. And it is white with a black stripe. That one sold for $74.99. Okay, let's look at the next one. Let's see, as soon as I put my phone away, the next one sold actually. This is a Welly 1/18th 1968 Chevy Chevelle SS396, blue and black, 2 colors there. Bottom of it's black below the silver line there. That one sold for $29.99. So as you can see, some of them range. This is Ertl American Muscle Racing, 1/18th, 1970 Chevelle SS, white and black with a cowl induction, the blower on there. And that one sold for $75. And then the last one is this one, the Welly 1/18th, 1968 Chevy Chevelle SS396, red and black die cast, and that sold for $34.99. So that is everything for now. I expect a lot of my sales from here on out to be Chevelles until I get them all sold off. I believe I have 29 more yet to go. All right, we'll see you later. Bye. Hi, good morning. It is Saturday morning and welcome back to the office. This is Eric. I'm going to go over 3 items that sold Friday night. No surprise here. I sold a Chevelle, 1968 Chevelle SS396 all black Welly edition. Not the big high price wellies. These wellies can range anywhere from $15 up to like $120. These are a little more common ones. The tag up here says KB Toys, so if you can understand where that came from, that's why it's not a huge item. Sold for $24. Another one, Chevelle, 1968 Chevelle SS396, light green, kind of. Does have a little bit of what they call paint rash, bubbled paint along this fender and on the lower door that I can see. That was disclosed in the description. Sold for $20 just because I had to reduce it because of the bubble and the paint rash. So last thing I sold for my kids. So last week we did the 127 garage sales. Kids sold a couple of items. They wanted to raise money for a video game and we weren't just going to buy it for them. So this next item is my son's. I bought it for his birthday a couple years ago. He just never really showed interest in it. Played around with it for a day or two, or he'd play around with the items in some way, but he told me he wasn't interested in it anymore. So this is 2 bags of Hasbro, WWF Hasbro figures from the early 90s. There's 16 from the WWF, and there's 1 WCW in there, and I know there's 2 Damians, the Snake for Jake the Snake in there. There's 2 WCW title belts in there. Nothing super rare in here, just kind of a bulk, and I was kind of surprised actually what I got for them. I got $106.44 for these 2 bags, and then they got to put shipping on top of that yet. So they got their money for a game. I don't know if they're talking about buying a second game. We'll see. We might just take the money left over and divide it and put it in their savings accounts, but definitely if you see these things laying around at garage sales, you know, for cheap, you know, or in a quarter bin or something like that, pick those things up. You can get 5, 6, and depending on if it's who it is, like the 1, 2, 3 kid, you could get a couple $100 even if it's loose out of package. So, all right, we'll see you later. Bye.